no yakoswa akai opanyin no ni nnwuma pa waye enenso sene amamre ne amane ekire no empanyin ni abusua ne aban ekohye mukutu ewo asumdue park ekokae no na Auntie Araba Professor Mills ni nuaba ensem bi odi tudwa ene se papa no enye se kae kan ne saa keke ni mom ye kae na yehunu se no gira wo ma asumdue ni ahombrase ne se enti se suban no ebi ntena yemu
celebrating the 14th anniversary of the passing of our dear brother, husband, son, nephew, and a friend. We are so grateful and honored that you can all come and help us to remember him at this time. I would like to extend the family's gratitude to all who has made this possible, especially to the presidency, to the all invited guests, to the Tamils Memorial Heritage. You have done a great job.
Auntie Araba Professor Mills ni nuaba eno na trefo penyi ema National Democratic Congress NDC eyora fifia vi kwete ono so etrese ohwe papa na ode ne ho bo afore ema wo man Ghana nti asafata se ye hyere no nyam kwan yi so
him as a lion and roared as a lion. But we've been particularly blessed also because following the founder came one who came as a servant leader, who came in the form of a dove, a peaceful dove, but one who absolutely lived up to his expectation and took a final fall in service, not just to the great NDC, but in service to the people of Ghana. Prof. Mills has great, many things that we can say about him. I was privileged to work under him as a young person, and forever will be grateful for the opportunity of having served close to him. I can say a lot of things regarding his great political capacity, his great economic capacity, his great leadership. But if there's one thing I believe was quintessential at Mills, what I believe to be the archetype he represented, what he brought into our country, what I would say, what he was an instrument to seed into our country. It was simply that knowing that he always believed that he was not necessarily born to be a leader.
Fifi abekwete na yatene nkana trefo penyima NDC amanyo kode na mrashibedwem chiame penyi right honorable speaker Sumana Kingsford Bagbin so HSS Professor Mills Oshana oye trefo oye kendini trese oye free ojan homo bia onye kaka motovi hwenhwen nipa okwa no hono a kwansidie bie nim sana na papa no etie.
They have created for us and we keep on fighting over nothing. Just because somebody wrote something and you read it. It might be from the person's perspective. It might be the person's own biases. And then you are caught with it. You get angry and fight a brother. This is not what our late illustrious president, John Evans Atta Mills, left for us. With this, let me say I'm happy to return to this peaceful ground today. And I invite you to join me in remembering a lecturer, a mentor, a leader whom I had the honor of working alongside for many years, starting from the University of Ghana into public service, in the trenches of opposition politics around the whole country, from region to region, the national level, within the party, and later in the corridors of government. 14 years have passed since we laid Professor John Evans Atta Mills to rest. Yet the passage of time has not dimmed what he represents to this nation.
Professor Eni Atwegu ye Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament, no. Edward Chirena Tibrekas, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Professor Mills, the Niama Pa, Obeye, and Bessin ne, a nation shall soar a woman so.
Place known as the Asumdwe Park, not merely to lay reefs, but to renew our gratitude for a life that enriched and strengthened our nation. Time has a way of softening grief and pain, but it also has a way of sharpening memory. 14 years after Professor John Evans Atta Mills left us, I find that what endures most after his departure is not merely the memory of a president, but the memory of a man, a gentle soul, whose character was his greatest strength. Some leaders command attention by force of their personalities. President Mills commanded respect by the strength of his character and his values. He believed that kindness was not a weakness, and that humility was not timidity, and that decency was not incompatible with effective leadership.
Matters FM 102.7.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na yɛtie king.
Yɛntoa so ɛwɔ biaya yɛfrɛ wɔ sɛ Avet Dakpa na ɛno ɛwɔ Akachi North Mensi no emu. Mene wo kase Ghana Mompeni Gonja de hia wɔte jata ngoma so de press ready His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛne na pamfo wonom ɛkɔ ɛyɛ framantam ne so aprobo big push dwumadie de ɛkɔ be nyina wo mu kɔyɛ ɛkɔ kɔhwehwɛ nneɛma baako mienu ɛyɛ nneɛma bebre ɛwɔ mu baako ya ɔno nso so atumi ayɛ ne sɛ wakɔ akotwa ɛyɛ ahomem ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛyɛ prosi na ya kɛseɛ pa wahina no mono kyeawo sɛ ɛyɛ aposifo ɛnkɔbɔ adwuma wadre ɛwɔ mu na bambɔ ho nsɛm fa ne tampa ɛmfa emfra wɔyɛ ɛno asuo ne atememofo mintumofo kakra madama sɛ bibi kɔso na yade a ɛnya moyɛ aposifo aso inspector say na chese omo so ahwe na ntempara na omo ye bibi dia fa ho esan say posifo ho so mbebo ban so mbehwe na abonefo sem emma na homene so ntu ade hye wo ho so senti wo hu bibi anu aka wo se yankanka ne nubone hu dwadie ene ade na nsem kra de ye be ye kra na nkola no kra na efefe ba no ne ade omo wurawuram ene ade ntu hu bibi sa ntempa no ne wayi aposifo na so che no matumi aye adwuma owie no se ne kra posifo mu so amo ba mo maye adwuma se ne se na efata.
The police are our partners in security. The police cannot do it alone unless the community supports them. And so if you live in a community and somebody is selling drugs, is selling tramadol to your children, it is your duty to go and tell the police this person is a drug distributor so that they can deal with him and save your children from addiction. And so we must support the police by providing them with information so that they can do their jobs properly. The police will act with professionalism and they should treat the people of Ghana as citizens of Ghana. Their mandates and the reason why we give them the weapons and all the instruments for policing is for them to use it to protect us.
Na wo eye dwumadie kro no ase ena from ansam ne so afo ne monyamfo James Gunu enso so efa asa akwanya ne so de na asere mpemasi du koye edema Ghana Mompeni na ban se mpo matumi abo atienti eskade abewura mu ama omatumi apejade entese ede asi ho.
You came back to revive the development of the region and Akachi North. And you made provision, adequate provision for legacy projects. And out of that is project has been completed, and today we are here to hand it over to the Ghana Police Service.
Any a from Ansam Neso for James Gunu. Na Yantua so and so ewo and senfu from Edia. Now what you mo any beto just say a Ghana Mompany Abedia Professor J Nana Pokwa Biti and Nechi. Aqua Copiamo ewa US Montana solution with dear Bako Coso was so called. Ego General my name and so ewo a honum. Now or call yeno Okopiamo and so our Sister Cities International 70th anniversary. Yeah, homecoming conference. Yeah, no ekoso ewa Washington DC. Na ewa say was say near one can send being fanfa a Ghana by and wing. Was here dear Baku a Ghana by any son as Wabeboa, Ama in Cronkumemu, Amemoni Moon Puntuno, and to me, Edna and Naso Peneme at the Amayans Nani, Eku Hopa, a Ezans and Jumedia Wodin as a free so hopa, not as I say, hey, Yan Eba Bedru, Nayana, Costron, so no so ever costro, ever a Shohonomoa, and Ntisicabotane, bears a 4.4 billion beautiful Ghana choppable studies, and a woman dear Musani Abaya men senior coupon. I would do any morning in an umpuntu to me, Ejina Brane.
The research agenda of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama continues to place decentralization at the heart, at the center of national development. As government works to strengthen local governance, today unprecedented resources are being channeled directly to our district assemblies. The government is not only devolving responsibility, but also providing local governments with significant greater resources. The year 2025 was a turning point because change in resources was approved. The budget provides the largest allocation ever to the District Assembly's Common Fund, a release of 4.4 billion cedis that is so valuable.
Mothers FM 102.7.
And here, Quotia, a Ghana Mompany Abedia Professor J Nana Opoku Ajamai.
Yantua Assembly so enra ena so afo hwe sikasem so honorable Castle Latofosin ede sikasem no ho nkomo ebebo ye ni afi no apemu na abrabo ayabo we sikasem ho na wawie ne sa na wasem na hyebedwa no trase tutu ne srani abasa edidi ho nkomo dodo na we na chairman Emma Parliamentary Business Committee no chiresenima ba ku mienu binti saa nkomodie no ochena entimi masom de akwakwahye nyame ya hadoma benada na we hu na ho west na hyebedwa ni honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Bezra ede na no atomu bie a wo bisa ho asem se aden no metu ahyeda sa because as obi aboa ne ho anka omudi be sisi so gige na yetu ahyeda sa sa na no mvim na teko.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just heard the leader of government business and the chairman of the business committee stating that tomorrow, Saturday, 25th July, there won't be any business in the chamber. He has not given us reason why there won't be any business in the chamber. Some of us, our committees have programmed that we'll take some committee reports tomorrow for us to be disappointed today. It means that we have to push it. And we know we have a lot of referrals. Reports are ready and we want to take it tomorrow. So can he give us reason why this report will not be taken tomorrow?
Honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Bezra ne yatene kan enwechi na Honorable Fred Cheyi na hyebedwani Emma Ofienso ese na o question bi opeso bisa so afo a ohwe ye umehia ho nsem so ohwe ya pomuden ho nsem so kafra dan so ehunu se question no ye ya bone bangara atekura free paper ne so na wonti asia denti a abanisa.
Mr. Speaker, I know the Minister of Health was programmed this week to come and answer some questions, which I had some questions in there. Unfortunately, the Health Minister has been reprogrammed for the upcoming week, and my question is conspicuously missing. Mr. Speaker, most of my questions tend to be answered 1 year after they are filed, so I would like to appeal to the chair of the committee to make sure in programming these questions are not left out. Then on the second issue, Mr. Speaker, Job 600, the elevators. Mr. Speaker, since I've been in this house, they've not been functioning. Either this one is functioning today or this not. And this is about 12-floor building, and I don't think it to be comfortable to get stuck in the elevator. So as we are going on recess, I would like to plead with the leader of the house to work with the parliamentary service to make sure these issues can be fixed. Thank you.
Honorable Fred Chei Offenso North Mrashe Bedweni Enonom na asemi enyi ano na business committee chairman Honorable Mama Yarga Ausanye dom dodo no ba no deni chirechire mu se wo hwe sabri akan budget do yase committee dodo na eye adwuma committee ba ko bi nipa be dun wotwe na ewom Mrashe bjafo no so yan ti se committee miensa kra na dun wotwe ba ko du watwe mienu du watwe miensa na se ye keka ko be eduosia no sister ya no enti eba ne sa na omunya korum ni padodo na omude be debate no enuti na akoba se nyame adoma chi no mu nhyiaji benada.
The real reason why we will not be able to sit tomorrow is that yesterday when the media budget review was presented, a couple of bills were laid, and the consideration of those bills requires that about 4 committees should start working immediately. And as we speak, you notice that the chamber is largely empty because all those committees are having a retreat at different locations to work on all the bills so that we can get the reports on Monday. That is why we decided that it will not be appropriate for us to sit tomorrow because we won't have the presence of all those committees. Energy committee is also not going to be available because they are also working on a number of referrals, and I'm told they are also at some location working on them. So our 5 committees, averagely, 18 members in each committee. So significant numbers of our colleagues will not be available. So we thought that it would be better to, and then also we're hoping that we'll use that period to start the debate on the media review. And if you notice, most of the people who tend to speak are members of the finance committee, the economic committee, the budget committee, the energy committee, and all those people are part of those who are meeting now to work on the bills and the referrals and expedite action to bring us the reports on Monday.
Honorable Mama Yarga dom dodo no banu deni enono na krakra mu na Honorable Habibi Drisu tolong Mrashe Bedweni enso kasama dom kuma no se wom se na dom kuma na ekra do pa so be debate budget review no nanso akwaba se omode ehun komodi na kwahye brada ne kwan so ano no mofo aso.
Speaker, in doing so, I want to draw the attention of the majority leader that today we were scheduled to start the debate on the media budget review, even though we are doing so on Tuesday. But if you check the attendance in the chamber, it's an indication that your people were not inspired by the statement read by the minister. And the minister was lucky. This morning I was getting a report from the market. Normally you go to the market before coming to parliament. The tomato sellers were very angry waiting for him to come to the market. And he couldn't turn. The onion sellers were equally waiting for the finance minister to come to the market. He couldn't go. Now he's moving from TV station to TV station. So, Mr. Speaker, I second the motion, and we are ready on Tuesday to be able to unlock a lot of misinformation that contained in the minister's statement. And the minister is very lucky that he didn't go to the market before coming to this chamber. Probably he would have been attacked by the market women because they are very angry.
Mothers FM 102.7.
Honorable Habibi Drisu tolong Mrashe Bedweni na yetini king.
Mamento so answer from Mona Memfa Emma at National Labour Commission for Enanu ya ena womo Asia ye epa NLC press corps ya ni nyina no ni swade hunu no ene se wo betumi aboa abo de rodia fa enwuma eho na sa enwuma no wo mu dwumadie ene wo se wo mu trase e de ma adehye enyina no so da nchen a adwuma ye fu e wo man Ghana he nyina ye mfa ahodie ne nkyerɛkyerɛ ahodo wo so mo de ma ye no na wo mo atumi aye ne sa na nhyiamudie no ase ena na Dr. Benis Welbeck ya wono ena oye twetwefo pani edema womo wo chirechiremu eye dwumade a womo bedie so mfa so de a wose womo ensa eka ene yama hudu bebre nso a de omani so se womo ebeye wo bra womo pausa ekoi.
Department goes to do the inspections and they find some of these violations and then they recommend corrections and they are not effected, then they report to the National Labour Commission. So there is that's a kind of institution that does labour inspection. Now, but you see, one thing that I also know that sometimes you even go for the labour, they go for the labour inspection and workers even fail to come out to speak.
Na mami ne nsɛm a wɔkyerɛkyerɛ no wɔkyerɛ a wɔmo ɛbɛma mpanimfo atom ho agu mmɔnten so ɛwrɛwrɛ nnwuma ahodoɔ mu wɔ ɔman Ghana mu na wɔmo ɛwrɛwrɛ mu wie na kyɛ sɛ ɔmo ba wɔmo ahwɛ sɛ ne adwuma no si fa ɛkɔ no ɔmo ba ne biribi nkɔyɛ ne ɔmo kyerɛ wo sɛ sei na wɔsɛ mo yɛ na mo ani so ɛno ɛne bɛba bɛka wɔmo nsa wɔmo nso bɛhwɛ sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo nan ɛbɛsi fam na ne korakora mu no ɛno wɔ se ɔman Ghana adwumayɛfo ahodoɔ bebree na ɔmo wɔ nnwuma mu a nneɛma nkɔyɛ nanso ɔmo nka biribi ɔhɔ no ebi ayetieti afa ahodie so bibi wo hono ma niam bi nkoye ebi obi ye bibi bi eno nso so ema wo ho entiye enye ewo eye adwuma na wo ye ni mu wasi ni nyina na basa wada ama no wakasa ochi ho ne yanyi we bono si sanse ebinom susu so mo beka wie pe na mpanifo nya be ma wadwuma ye beje afiri nsem na ne ama no aduane be bom be bi edidi ne yense wonte ne amenka o se mo mo yesa ni nyina mo nsacha modwen.
Under the law which I mentioned earlier, the fact that I bring a case against my employer doesn't warrant any victimization or termination. And when you do that, and it is established that because I brought a case against you, whether rightly or wrongly, whether what I said is right or wrong is not the issue. But the mere fact that I brought a case against you, you have victimized me, then that becomes unfair. So there's protection.
Yes, Abo! Mothers FM.
And here, Kokoti, Dr. Benis Welbeck, yeah, we are Executive Secretary at the NLC.
IGP Yera Christian Teteyohono at a special task force be attorney Black Maria. Yeah, wabuano in Pempino call special high risk operations near there. Chichi wanga washi we fraud for no. Omutu omuso sapa omo bokro no etu da so ewa kwantimpon ahodo mu no Black Maria foi na etu won so sa na omone Asante Mantem police commander akabachire mu akopim so na ase akochia no ene no akwakodi enkomo na abro omo kɔ no DCOP ata osai akoto Asante Mantem police commander ena edi omanim kɔ menhia ahemfie ena omode kɔto otumfo anim se we de omu nkra ne bone omo ba ne nchie mu de di kan etosumie no so no team wa IGP ateno omodi team no eba abekire otumfo say mrantie wo krom ha o ya wo boa ama bonofo sem abrase
mrantie ebo ya me team do you man mo fun kan ba subtenant okay na ASP Frankapa na ASP Emmanuel Abankwa
DCOP ata osei akoto ena yetene ka Asante Mantem police commander eno no eno achi eno tumfo na asa etu abepio ebo mabeti se wanyere wo ho no nye dwumaden momoma IGP nsa ensifom
Cancer kwa mafaswa ya masese de yumo ajukufa. Ebe ya mobile rena nitolo hani eche kwa musuye. Na sena mdibona. Anse moya magana. Nse adia kuina. Tuna akwai tuwache tuna. So woto. Ebe esi asha we yimu no chese. Kide o musu betwe. Some come on Sana. We are in a chance to know so bubble for and they do so bubble for so when it took run on so prepared for I just have been it up here. Ammonia Mosa Ciano the Mundo Mayana, the Sabasano, the Corona, the Man Fatal for 4 years.
Yes, Abbo! Mothers FM.
Opem so na say to IBO na yetene nka no.
Ebusiafo yebejina we so na yaton kratel ede abana so ansa na no maminyina so na menkaika yedwumaku ahodo a wo mo eso yasin ebi eye kelele clothing wo mo ebo ye chidom ene enwumre yipa eye wo mo dwuma wo mo edie ene se nipa yandada sitina emu ye be sha atade ye pia ye hona so nko ade atade no wo hye nso ano ahye de eda so de ye be kasa na apagya adehye hyebrasi eye konkon so madama enu bi ehwa ena wo mo eye na atade so be pamansa na be pam no ye wontuma na nkasa ye fabrics ahodo ye gumu bebre na eno so yetumi de pam niam ne sa ede ema mo enenti se ope eye brocade se ope suiting fabrics se ope Indian lace se ope lace Italian cashmere Swiss fabrics denim African prints said ye shemi ene eja enwumre wo TV so within prints any bebre keke ka ho de wo pe bia no wo de wani tremo e wo kelele clothing on sabe to me aka na no dan chen a wasabe to entuma no kra wo mo hwawie no mo san so dwudwi style no e de e ma wo pa ene ti style bia wo wiase bia wo pese wo pam bie se nkofo coat bia ba suit ni ade na wo pese wo mo pam ma wo e meyi die ya be ya ye hyedi mi ayemu corset one ni bi ni nyina ba no na ye de wade ene na eye traditional ni engagement ni ade ni nyina no ye de epam e de ekwase ene birthdays ahodo o kona corset ye bi nyire o yemu na chese wankwa eye ni mguase ve ene wakofa de aba kaba ene slate de wo ho ene ntade ya be ya ye de eye ayi abo gugu so ene ntoma ene ade ye nwen de fa so aba for kwan so de nyina o de wani tremo e wo kelele clothing wo mo betumi aye bi e de amawo na wo hwehwe wonu machira kwan ya wodom e wo North Kaneshi eye Demod bus stop ehwa onsa ebeka wo mu awomatrofo ne so eye 0541 849257 and I say 026 88 66 697 kelele clothing na chese omo atro say elevate your style with us today all the way na chese oba ade bia efe wo wiase bia yes tai bia no de wani chiremo ho no mo kelele ebedwudwawo ama wo ho ayefe pa ye na ye ho tiawa na yemra sesia
aha eye kelele clothing me mamwa kwaba ye ne yetimi ma wa ho ofedanso ewo wontade hyemu esan say ye wo fabrics asoto nyina bi wa ha African prints kelele clothing die ye san so pam the show kama ye pam e man mema kaftan corset agbada e man mema die nyina embroidery bubu silk kaftan political suit nina ye pem bi wa ha ye kira kwan ewo North Kaneshi Demod bus stop ana wo dear friend ewo 0541 849-257 and now 0268-866-697. Aha, eye kelele clothing. Me mamwa kwaba. Yeni etimi ma wa ho fedanso.
Adishmaima KASE3 Ghana Limited. Ye jumakubia. Ye si dine ton dine. Eton sase krujia. Mansubia ni hu. Wuto yen sase bia. Ebeya wudia forever and ever. Wabusian da chinti. Enunti KASE3 say. Tia 10% pay. Na fe shasye. Usi dino. Na wuchane kakra. KASE3 nkwane won sase wo the whole Ghana. Ye won sase bi wo Greater Accra. Baby to say. Atoman. Kofi Donko. Mampehia, Danjra, Kaswa Obom, Dodowa, Kofi Kwe, Ayete Kote, Wager, Broadcasted, Ani Bebre, Sayakwa Central Region in Sua, Cape Coast, Ayensudo, J. Crodia, Portin, Gomwa Kwe Krum, Yankwa Eastern Region, Ensawam, Kwasinyako, Afram Krum, Afayentufa, Nayanko Northern Region, you will be Watamale, Nyampala, and Sasano Bay, UDS Campus, and Watamale Kumasa Kwanso, Yesansu Executive Wanzo, the other Kromu Pair. Now, we sound super asase yantam e de ayekua anefu a ye will be with the whole Ghana and on tishwe ye kira kwan e with the main office Accra Tesano ye Ghana Telecom University and our police training school and the dinhwe ni mu waka so amalam kwantempo so amam from ye resurrection asori ne dinhwe ni mu na ye kwa amasaman so a opposite the Central Marks wo amasaman ho a oba krowa office no e wo site ho pe afei Ashaiman ye lorry station no and the dinhwe ni mu frey 0302 963740 ebiem 0302 963740 KASE Estate Ghana Limited. Yeah.
Santemo share Kasia Baatan was so Uti and Soa, a mother's of Femna, so Abel Fontaine for the case and as an intro doing and traders in P3P, and in Patrapa as a Facebook Neso, I am mother's 102.7, a crowd 101, French in Ibesia and they throw a Yamanomi and Sape, or like a washer, na wa comment. Mamento so, Memfa and Mao and the Anshayaba qua buying the buyer a 24-hour economy. Yeah, no, any stage, Medibia Emono. Yeah, the money in the anybody. Ya afia de sanye musa de bana de chiemu na jo de suomu nyina no e ho nso dwumade betumi akoso se ne ebe ya obi biara benya adwuma ne biara na enkonkoba ne se ba akofo o tempenten kwa e wo dwumade mu we nyina ya de amampani kira ebeboa ama oman ne nkan kro atumi adimu pa eye the free say ba ye na eye nwuma ne bi etese fiwo depo ya wonum e wotema ene oman no afa na miamia hodo ebi wo mo e trese e ya de aboa ama omu dwumade no e fa ne tampa de efrade na nso na ho behia se bibi biara no how ewom eba eniti aban ne hwe na wonye bibi emfa ho na yepiemu enso ewo Tema Fuel Company Limited head of finance and stocks aye nana adwoa kuma dua ono ena ochwetwe mu sene we eboa wo mo
say yes, because before by 5 we would be wrapping up, and then you might have some orders still left to be loaded, which has to be pushed into the next day. So some of the drivers would complain usually that they want to work, they want to load, but then because we don't have the liberty to extend the time, we'd have to let them go. But since we joined in the initiative, we've had smooth operations. All the drivers get their orders loaded, and we also make sure that all the orders that comes to the facility is fulfilled. Like we fulfill all our orders.
Na ne kasa ye echie na eye Quantum Oil Terminals e ho nso so eye terminal manager e de ma wo mo ayo nimonyamfo Ahmed Abdul Sharif ono nso so etrese wo mo ye kradopa e di hiasa enhyehyɛ yi.
So of redundancy, the facility is also designed with enough redundancy. Almost everything we have 2 of it. So one would always be backing up. So we're ready, we are designed for it. At the inception, that was the model we started with, but the industry was not ready. And so this fits right into what we're asking. And so if the downstream demand grows, we're ready to roll. And so as you see today, it's just the demonstration of that. Again here, because of the 24-hour, we're able to schedule our loading, do local, do Burkinabe.
Na ononso so kasawie ya pe ena managing director ya ononso so edi nenkwe ewo Petroleum Hub Limited odimanyamfo Gilbert Tomani ononso echetremu fiti be no nan mu ho adesan ye mu ho kwano edwa esore pa eye na wo kira sene ye na adwuma no ekoso wadre edema wo mu no wo besre se enkane anya adwuma na fe bambo anya adwuma ne ma hudu bebre ho no ma wo sempanifo hwede ma wo mu sene be ya wo ha bia ensi atwi.
Since we started, most of the volumes have been coming in the evening. It's like 60% of our volumes are mostly in the evenings than during the day, because it looks like most people go shopping for pricing. By the time they finish locking the prices and all those things, the deal, they come basically around 4 or 5 o'clock. So we end up working in the evening. It's been smooth. Up to now, just some few issues. I'm sorry when you're coming, you saw the issues with the lighting and all those things. We need to improve that. Security needs to be improved a bit. Then sometimes we have some few issues with the third parties. When it's 12 o'clock, they don't want to stay to work beyond 12 o'clock. And we're trying to see how we can manage that.
na ne krakra mu no ena pani kwantre for ya oda National Petroleum Authority ano Yera Godwin Kojo Tamaklo etres ene o maka ni nyina wo mate obehwe se obeto nkra no na etumi edru eyempanifo ekebie wom enso enase.
No, I didn't want to sit in the office and pick the reports as to the nature of the road. So I've come to feel the shaky nature of the road. And what it means is that I'll carry it to central government. That is important that who knows that the big push would want to have a presence here. And I strongly believe that if the road infrastructure here is much better, it will make the work of the transporters of petroleum products much easier for them. So it is something that we'll be carrying on board. That with the lightning system, remember light energy together, and that's the ministry we work under. So we'll give this a priority.
Yes, Abo! Mothers FM!
Ene kwakwati eye NPA Chief Executive Officer.
Yanto ansem ne so nansane ne kakra di bei watia wonse nam social media ne so se Nana Kwame Bediakom aka Cheda ne hotel kasie bi a ewo Osu Oxford Street #1 Oxford Street Hotel. Yes, nkrofo bi do amonsa abeto so asɛ no kra asɛnye no kre na ne atie ni. Sa hotel kasia na Cheda esi enyon nko an botom sika. Nkrofo bi eboaye na afen so kwagye besia pim every Kola Holdings Limited a UK company eho no de besi hotel no. Sen ka ombe ye adwuma no mu de atwa ne kakra. Nanso obi nim ne kwate bayira homam sika ni twa no ekokoye bibia ho. Nti company no Kola Holdings Limited ne twe Nana Kwame moa anyeyi eno omde asem ne court ewo UK. Nti UK atemuafo ne tena so ebu ase Nana Kwame Bediakom edifo ne senti Kola Holdings Emra Ghana na sa hotel no mfo monsan meto so ene so mo ton ate omuko so mo be manage di ate omuko eno de omo asemwa enti senia Ghana ye mra efa besia bo ne twia ho etie nti omo appointee receiver ewo omamu ni amano diodu so ndi omanim na omaji hotel no emma won nanso krofo ba Ghana no se be yo mbenya access to hotel na nso akwa pinche ni gidigidi bi kakra ne senti omo peja asem e de kwa Accra High Court etna asem ne so ama omo abua ne deku ese kwan a UK court ne fa so bua ese Kola Holdings emefa Nana Kwame Bediakom hotel na wo Oxford Street no ne kwan so ano no enti court no temuafo Justice Farida Johnson etna mu no na o share se wa mom police for wa makwanse police mom ho ban no mo nkofa ejapade no na bibia enye kama yente hwe ye hunu hwe ne yete ya ne se Nana Kwame no mo nso de krata epiedwa Nana Kwame Bediakom omo no mo manage #1 Oxford Street Hotel enso se mo de ban ne se ewom se Ghana court ebua se police for emmo Kola Holdings for no ho ban no mo maji hotel no nanso ane nkyese na ne kire ya gidigidi omo mefa hotel no da bi se court bua bibi sa e wo se nanso bi betwem ansa na omo befa hotel na asem yikra no enye se bi asika no omo si omu ntua Nana Kwame nka ase wo ntua obetua na hotel ya ka ho asemi December 2019 ena sha se ye adwuma Sabri na mu ena COVID-19 ni ne ho bagie mu ne se nti sika na ka oso munya hotel ne mram ko tua aka no ekoye boachi bidin omo anya eno na aye gidigidi sa nti omu ni se Kola Holdings Limited e wo UK take advantage ne aba ne ho no ma hyeda abaji hotel na boso na omo didi ho afebo nanso Nana Kwame no mo kire se nya ade omo be pene da Cheda so omo mpene omo de asem no esen akokot biem na omo akoye ho appeal.
Mothers FM 102.7.
Yona eja na asemi se de wo second one yimu ye no a. Enti de he na management ne se yen dismiss no.
Se omo yen dismiss se ruling ne ban no nche se ne ya no.
But asem ne tesa.
Etesa.
Oh, nanya dismiss are you?
At least also maybe Emma papa na ni monyam no.
Asemu. Mamento so Emma o ade ayemfa yani enhwemu ewo yendi. Ensubranta mama ne homene so atotopa mansuyiri so na mufa. Na we de atorenchem kese na enam esanse ade hye wo ho. Wonum se ensu ne fiti ase na eye emframa ene ade ne namu atete ya eri ase no amanfo nchense na so apa akwakoto baby ebinom so dan kura adwiri ama me no ka sei akoda ba ya owo emfie no dumienu watinya no wonse do ya ama ade ato na wofo ensoso ani sesi ampo na aduane a wo mu bedi ho ayedene de amom sanse asase pese no kura omugina so no ensuo eyiri afaso enyina ene nti ekomu ku omo no omunya baby so na chese we akwakoya ade ha dwene yipa yengongo ti wo musem ni bi omode to ye name.
Some products, some of it are spoiled because when the rain took up the roofing sheet and the rain soaked all the maize and then the groundnut. So we don't have food to eat, not talk of place to sleep. So we are urging people to come to our aid to help us.
Some of us, the houses destroyed, the roofs taken off. Those houses that is destroyed, they moved to the nearby houses. That is not affected. Some of us were even devastated. We don't know what to do. We are just mingling around. I don't know. So as we are standing now, we are devastated. There's nothing what we can do.
Now, manu si ya pe ena akwada ba ya meken ya wadi mfie no dumienu. Ni dini eye asana na asana maame ene ye atwetwe enkomo. Ni dini eye Awubu Abubakar ena ono nso ede ne ya odi ensem ebae.
The family son at Libyan Sante. When you're not Sante now, so tell me anything and this shall a minute be maza, when Palama can I only go to Sante. Cut then by Wilma, can I win Yelena. Come out of sorry. Mbokule Zeti, my Bishop Kamikaza until I not a time now. Now I wouldn't suit to Sula Bostable, I won't now mean Nunda. There's a yellow camper and one now, my son. A man Dimanguna. Nkongo zongo dabse ala meshingo nkongo nyete no konta benyara pregreto nsanya
eni ekwekotie ye asana maame na semo kan nyina ne tofa bomu no na de bi da boma ne so isansensu ne to ye no amedwiri wo mu dan ko wasanso ahwere ne ba e de afemu ya eno achi atorenche mu aboafo mpanimfo na ni odi wonu manim acting director Edema Nadumofo ewo Yendi Municipal Honum Alhassan Abu Safian wasi womo akobo mani akohoma wo homa kwa probo ehunu se ne niama no esifa ko ya niama asese ene ade womo so afemu de wo so mo ye no ombehwe no mo ye ne sa.
Until we've not finished with our assessment yet, but we've noticed that about 30 plus houses so far has been affected. And some houses, there's not even a single room left. The whole house, they are homeless. And it's quite unfortunate. Actually, I called our national director and informed him, our regional director as well, and then the municipality executives are aware of it.
Yes, Mothers FM.
Say director Ojina Mo say Nadmo empenimfo no ebi ne ena yekokotie ye no.
Jumedian here streaming live our Facebook Mothers 102.7 FM Accra. Na oko YouTube in swa Mothers TV Ghana. Ye streaming din ewo ho ye nto ansem ne so. Na ye nkopiem ewo nsa one prison. Anope ye nka bi nhemu a supporters a wotai NPP chairman echi chairman Wuntumi bohwi ekopiem nsa one prisons adanya omo se omo ba besra chairman Wuntumi. Na efi seri papa no ekotwiri mu no eno ane se NPP wanyokuo no edi ho abobo ni ade a na ano ena Dr. Mamudu ba me NPP impanyimfo bi ekokosra no na senior prison ho hyehyɛ yete wo memu no na watwi bia ye besra ba akopɛ enti se Dr. ba me ne impanyimfo akosra ne de a na agi next week enti wenum kogu ho yo edin asɛm a omo se ye ba besra papa ne ya manage so koye no the ACC wo memu ne party na ade omo koyi na sutiri nom so da bi enye ye agi next week yenti supporters no
for yata any munna ne ba say ye ba ni abehwe chairman we say ba ko for where that regu asem tu obi a at least also ye dem na kwasida na no ye share ne court no buy you didn't buy it. I see Senka and yes, you buy it. Can you should be to my home? But say I'm now and say, why is it ever slap? And she lost our hand and say, once a week for visit. So we ever slap the whole week here. I was in the public complaint about slap. We bring a visit the whole week, we bring a one. In a buyer, you for any push your chairman.
Mothers FM 102.7.
NPP ejitaifo bi a wakọ sen kwa kwasrache ma wontumi e wonse won prison nanso emranti anyeye.
Awusia asabano yema ne so mfa ye ni ntwemu e wa santemantamre ne kwopon komase emu eye top high e hono mo a area ni mhudi ni mu ana mede wo e kwa kodue na ye de ani ntwemu ho de ana chesa akwayara hosem ye pa e wo ho eja enso so ama ne homene so eye Adoma Fashion School e wo ho no no eja no atom ahyehye wo mu ne ma se edwure be ya pane mpo wo mu ntumi emfa bi e wo ho nom na yeguso a ye hwe se nkomodi de betumi akoso na hwehwemu be ase ebe huna de kura kofa agyi e de ebaye na wo se eba ne sa wo fro dum judgment ya wo free eye KNUST ene asokore Mampon fire stations baye so mo ebeboa edundum jana se ne ebe ya enya kire ha na nkohyehye eye sotos ahodo a etwa wonum ho ensoso ahia na ohwe eye Adoma Fashion School hono mo a tete asuafo ne adwumayefo wo mo ho no be se aduasan ya sabre de wo ho aka adwamu ebinum nsem wo mo de som yen enie
It's to be say inside though. Never crowd no. Bibiani at this a light pen was so. It's a one you say Jana Toma. At yes inside though when you na yesu. Before I see with a buyer, I'm going Jana Jeji when you na. You be a shop in the nature. It's a baby I don't feel my idea. It means I mean from 100 to 0. So I bet you can say entry where you man now baby and so we at madam. It's painful. Hey, yeah, here you start your brother every see. Go when ni mama ni papa madam na action and I train the juma for free.
Kaba, just and 5 minutes for you. Who said that room? Now you say I didn't see that neighbor.
Eno echi ena eye KNUST District Fire Commander DO2 Anthony Apia ono so etwetwemu efakese a omo ba ye ombehunu ye ne de omo so edihye mu bi
about 0740 and I nya call fire station say eja to fashion school bi e top high until about 0745 na ye mema na ba bedua ya ba ye ne ye hu say eja na du bebi ana anu aye de kakranti ye frɛ station I friend as operator from fire station some brand no mekwa ndi he say how he chia eja na yedum na wie ya ho keka nti structures na surround bebi eja ne toy no ebi anu ho eja to fortunately no say ade obi ahon kan ye bedu ha no ye nya ne nti ye say na fire extinguishers bi wa ha na omo ha ne bi betimi use ba yesu say akokuduro eni nimdi ombe use nti a moment me use eti mefa akonya we so na metu etimamufo fo say unya akonya na unya fire extinguisher ma fire service for a ben wo emra no mo metro say na use fire extinguisher no
yes abo Mothers FM
Eni aye kokoti eye odum jajuma ko pani ba ko no so ko pie mu e o ba bi eja no eto ne futu nyina eni se sa fire extinguisher na e wo ebobobobo so to mu ni ade no obi ho ebo ho kwa so pai kra wanim eno anse ebo ho ni nyina no behia eye ntete ne nkyerkyere ntie ne o ma odum jafo ba no ma be kyerkyerɛw na won so atumi asuade ehunum se mpo no mpo firi mu eja bi ba wo hunu se ne obedi nkan aso ano ansa na wo mpo atumi aba na ono so ne nsɛm a ɔde to dwa ɛno no agya
ne kwan so ano no na Mara CV yɛdwene mu ho nti yɛde platform foforo abɛka de a yɛwɔ yi ɛho ama yɛatra yɛahyɛ mu afa ebibre mu baabia the whole of Africa baabia wɔ bia just tune in and listen to us na kwa abafa so nie sɛ opese okɔ new platform a Mara TV yɛwɔ so na obey rescan obesi scan ne decoder anase with TV no frequency abeyi so 12303 afi sample rate no 27500 polarization horizontal position 26 degree east Arabsat brand R8 Mothers TV na fe edem mother of all media na kyerɛ sɛ wo nso wenya ahwɛ na bibia aye kama yɛadwene mo ho enti ɛna yɛayɛ ne saa na obo advert nso ha wo sɛ ebeko baabia wote Ghana na Congo fo afrɛw na Angola fo afrɛw mothers yɛn ɛna yɛde abayatre ahyem akɔ ebibrem and beyond.
Yo, any yabeda se adeɛ kye adeɛ san yɛ kɔ yɛ nim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ yɛdwuma yɛ emu aha na berema kwan ama ensama hodo ɛboaboa no sɛ ɛyɛ kaseɛ Baatan ketewa bi nanso dɛdɛdɛ sɛ anoma nam no yɛdi ebesia sɛ da piesie nkɔ ɛmfa ɛma nnwumako a wɔmo ɛsɔ yasen ɛyɛ kelele clothing ɛna afi KASE3 Ghana Limited nsasakrogen ya ne bo ɛda fom yɛnti wo nso betumi ɛsidan yɛbɛsɔre so na dwumadi aka womo ede ato so DJ Flex to bumper eba emriti a webim tin chima fidie no fam free Mothers FM TV ne so ye wonema bebre ede eso apesemaka 4 ye nwumre ye de hye se mampo ye na bomu papa bi ye jebre se pesemaka 4 kenkan ye ede ma wo eyeme moto fa bohema abena foku ye bo amene
Mothers FM 102.7